You can hear the roar here in Oklahoma City. Welcome to a special presentation of the NBA on Christmas Day here on 2K Sports. We want to wish each and every one of you a Merry Christmas. With our Santas Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Hart. And now a quick check of our starting lineups for both teams. And guys, what are we going to be looking for in this one from King?
Well, the number one priority for a defense when you face this guy is to keep him getting anywhere from the basket because he's just so strong as a finisher.
And one of his other great qualities, Steve, is his quick trigger off the dribble. I mean, he can get his shot off in an instant, a nanosecond.
This is a one-and-done trip for Minnesota before going back to their Timberwolves fans up in Minneapolis. They've got to feel like, guys, they have an opportunity to rack up some wins over the next stretch of their schedule. You know, they'll be playing a lot of games in their own building.
Well, Kevin, if they win this game, it would give them a victory in each of the first two meetings this season against these guys. So, you know, they play them two more times after that, so it would get them off to a really good start in the season series.
And Steve, I think they would love to have that kind of leg up and huge advantage if they could. I mean, that goes a long way towards maybe winning the season series with the 2-0 start.
With the shot, not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. King's got the opening bucket of the night here for the Timberwolves. Paul kicks to Malone. Minnesota with the rebound. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
And, you know, coming down the stretch in that game, they didn't have all the guys they would have liked on the floor because of the foul trouble they were in.
And as a result, Steve, they had to back down a little bit so they wouldn't get themselves into even more foul trouble. He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Camby's checked in. He kicks it to Love. And there's the pass to Malone. Knocked away. Oklahoma City shooting their first free throws here tonight.
Well, you got to like the free throw shooting from this club all season long. They're shooting 81%. Those are impressive numbers.
Guys, their free throw shooting has slipped a bit since last year, but not really to the point where they should be overly concerned about it.
For Oklahoma City, their last game was a loss to the Boston Celtics.
I thought overall, Kevin, it was mostly the defensive effort that hurt them. Just no energy, no purpose.
Steve, I thought they were late on their rotations. They didn't really communicate well, and as a result, they paid for it.
Now here's Paul. Following the miss by Russell Westbrook. It's off his leg. And the ref's whistling a kick ball. Out of bounds, Minnesota takes possession.
Boy, they couldn't hook up there on what's really a pretty basic pass.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Guys, I had a chance to catch up with the Minnesota Timberwolves head coach. He said Chris Paul is a major concern for them because of his ability to lead a team. He said it all starts with Paul because once he gets going and gets everyone involved, the whole team becomes a well-oiled machine. That is something we're definitely worried about.
Thanks again, Doris. Love, no luck.
Couldn't convert, but nice little two-man game there.
And it wouldn't surprise me to see them go back to that the next trip.
Here's this, and that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook.
Boy, he can be a matchup nightmare inside the paint.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Paul dishes to Love. Another miss by Love.
Still looking for that first two. 0-4 now.
Pass to Smooth. Rebounded by McCollum.
Boy, he really bungled that finish.
He passes it to Malone. Paul. Oklahoma City moving it around. They get it again. First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. Here's King. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Thunder trailing by 7. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Dishes it to Love. He feeds it to McCollum. Back to Love. 6 to shoot. Paul passes to McCollum. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. Minnesota leading by 7. The shot's good from Westbrook. Westbrook's got his second basket of the game.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Now, you got to make a defensive adjustment here, Clark. Time to collapse inside, force the ball back out in the perimeter, make them beat you from long range.
And Malone backing in. A reverse. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Hasn't been able to get it going offensively. It's been a slow start for him.
Carlos Boozer's checked in for Minnesota. The Thunder have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
Coming in.
And Westbrook, here we go. Count the bucket. Westbrook's got his 3rd basket of the night.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
Yep, that's something that the defense has to put a stop to. Maybe a defensive adjustment is necessary here.
Now here's Paul. 20 points for him last game against Boston.
And he gave great effort defensively as well, including a couple of block shots.
And here's Westbrook. After the 3-pointer from McCollum. Passes it to King. Now the dish to Stoudemire. And again, it's Minnesota.
Man, a pleasure to watch him work at that end of the floor.
Thunder trailing by 7. Back to Love. Fires from the wing. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
Yeah, it's a physical game, and so far the numbers show that they've got the edge on the glass.
Here's Smooth. Really had troubles in that loss to Sacramento. King against Paul. And the rejection by Malone. Kicks it to Love. Good, and Paul gets the assist.
That's exactly what they had in mind on that possession.
Timberwolves leading by 5. Smooth passes to King. Feeds to Westbrook. Out of bounds, Timberwolves ball as Minnesota keeps possession. Let's take a look at some of the leaders of the NBA. These point guards have been shooting lights out during the last month. Second, Chris Paul.
Well, as a point guard, you want to create the best shot possible for your team on every trip. And given the way those players have shot the ball, it might always be a good idea for them to do it alone.
I don't really want to see them doing that, Steve. They got to keep everything in the framework of the team no matter how well they're shooting it. I know what you mean. They have been hot, but keep everybody involved.
The Timberwolves have shot just 1 free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game. Both free throws good from King. Thunder trailing by 7. Here's the feed to Camby. He dishes it to Paul. Again, Oklahoma City. So the Timberwolves called their first timeout. Their last encounter was in Oklahoma City where they were able to handle the Thunder.
Yeah, they basically cruised to a big win in that last meeting by getting a lot of the opposing starters out of the game early with foul trouble. Let's see the stat sheet here on Russell Westbrook. Some tremendous numbers for him over the last 10 games. Second in scoring, and he is also enjoying the #2 ranking in steals per game, so he's been a real force defensively.
And Steve, you look at that scoring average. I mean, he's been fantastic. Absolutely one of the most dangerous, lethal scorers in the NBA right now.
Minnesota leading by 5. And Clark, how about what Steve just brought up? The foul trouble they caused was something that a lot of people pointed to.
You know what? I don't know if it was specifically their intentional game plan or...
Smashed! Oh, rim is shaking.
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
And why not? I mean, the more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes. Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
Minnesota's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Screen by Boozer. Westbrook kicks to Stoudemire. Stoudemire with a screen on Love. King, the pass to Stoudemire. Clock at 6. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Malone's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. McCollum with the ball. Now guarded by Smooth. McCollum dishes to Paul. Paul gets a screen from Malone. From past the arc, King with the steal. Westbrook against Love. Outside Westbrook. Here's Stoudemire, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Stoudemire's got his second basket of the night.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
Yeah, it sure has, Clark. I mean, with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, they really haven't had to do much on the perimeter.
And slam dunk by Campbell.
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And that's the play we're going to remember when this game is all said and done.
Stoudemire can be covering, pulls up on the wing. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Malone's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Pass to McCollum. No one near him. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got his 4th assist in this one. Here's Smooth, averaging 12 points a game. Back to King, takes the 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
McCollum, no good.
You just assume he's going to knock those down when he's as open as he was there.
Stoudemire setting the pick for Westbrook. There's the pass to King. No good on the 3.
It seems like nothing is falling for him this quarter. He's really out of his rhythm.
He kicks to McCollum. And Boozer with the block. The 11-footer. The shot's good from Smooth. And the Timberwolves lead by 4. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
Yeah, and I've noticed also that their quick hands have led to a lot of forced turnovers. They're getting some points in transition as a result.
Whole new look on the floor for Minnesota. And Lillard kicks to Russell. Back to Lillard. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. And there's the call on Jackson. That is his first foul of the game. Rodman passes to Barnes. 5 to shoot. It's off his foot. And the official saying it was kicked. Rodman dishes to Barnes. Back to Rodman. Martin lets it go from deep. Rebound by Wallace. Now Arenas averaging 6 points per contest. Outside Jackson. Jackson coming off an assist from Arenas. And it's a 6-point Timberwolves lead. Oklahoma City's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Barnes screen on Johnson. Ball's knocked loose. And that'll be Oklahoma City as it goes out of bounds. Thunder retain possession. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. Taking a look at Minnesota. They're 8th in the conference and really looking to improve on the back end of the season. And, of course, there's the Thunder, a game and a half out.
You know, right now for the Timberwolves, they've just never really found their groove this season. I mean, not yet anyway. They're kind of stuck in the middle of the pack right now.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of time left to find that groove, Clark. That's the problem. I mean, unless things really come together for them soon, I think they're going to stay in kind of that middle of the pack area the rest of the way.
A minute 20 left to play in the first. Wallace outside. 6 on the shot clock. Johnson goes in.
They got a narrow edge here in rebounding early on. You wonder how much that'll play going forward.
I like the way they've set the tone. You know, they're going to have to continue to work at it, but rebounds will be key in this game, no question about it. That's his second foul already, and that's going to force him to, I think, tone it down a little bit at the defensive end.
Here's Barnes. No good. Good work defensively by Arenas. Timberwolves leading by 6. Jackson kicks it over to Arenas. There's 48 seconds left in the first. From the arc. Gets it to go.
And that kind of defense is just not going to cut it, guys. I mean, they have to get a hand in his face.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Johnson with it. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
They've built a big lead here early.
Both defensively and offensively. They've been terrific right from the tip.
Lillard, the pass to Russell. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Lillard outside. Shot clock at 6. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Here's Barnes. They can't stop the run with that one. And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage.
It's a special New Year's Eve NBA celebration.
And we're ready to get rolling once again here for our Christmas Day matchup. And quite a position here for the Timberwolves to be in. What do you think, guys?
And they're really keying in on getting as many good shots inside the lane as possible. They're doing a nice job of not just settling for outside looks.
Yep, I agree. I mean, they're working it inside and doing it with intention and purpose.
On the court for the Timberwolves as our second quarter is underway. They've got Gilbert Arenas. Wallace is out there with Steven Jackson. Then it's Johnson. Lillard against Arenas. Right side Jackson puts it up. They get it back. Back to Arenas. Pass to Johnson. Dishes to Arenas. That's in, coming off the assist from Johnson. That's now 8 points for Gilbert Arenas. And Lillard kicks to Martin. He feeds it to Barnes. Lillard with a screen for Barnes. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a nice look.
Poor job by the defender to not fight over or around that screen.
Arenas kicks to Wallace. Passes it to Johnson. Unloads from 13. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
You're going to be waiting a long time if you're waiting for him to miss that when he's that open.
Martin gets a screen from Barnes. And Lillard kicks to Russell. Again, Oklahoma City. Timberwolves leading by 9. Outside Arenas. Outside Jackson. Back to Arenas. 6 to shoot. Outside Jackson. Jackson can't get that one to fall. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Here's Lillard, and it's sent back by Wallace. And that one's good, Barnes.
Well, something special about him, guys, is just how good he is at winning the so-called second shot game, going hard to the offensive glass, salvaging points with his putbacks.
Steve, another signature part of his game is the way he runs the pick and roll. He gets so many easy baskets that way. It's a play they should run for him as often as they can.
Jackson. They'll get another chance. Wallace kicks it over to Arenas. He passes to Johnson. Back to Arenas. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Yeah, the referee's all over that one.
No doubt about it. Clearly a foul. Nothing to argue about there.
Moses Malone. He's checked in for Russell. He hits both from the stripe.
We're seeing today what makes him one of the best free throw shooters among the league's big men. Beautiful stroke.
Lillard from outside. And that one's good. Lillard's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
As opposed to the first quarter, they're doing a much better job from behind the arc here in the second. They're starting to heat up a little bit, percolate from behind that three-point line, and as a result, they're chipping away at that lead.
And the Timberwolves call time here.
Looks like he saw some things out there that needed adjusting and wants to talk it over a little bit with his club.
I don't think you can ever go wrong burning a timeout if you see something you don't like and you need to talk about it.
Lillard against Arenas. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in this second quarter of play. Here's Johnson. That's in, coming off an assist from Arenas. And the Timberwolves lead by 8.
You know, something we're seeing less and less of these days, that little finger roll.
Lillard dishes to Martin. Lillard. Back to Martin. Lets the three fly. Shot is no good. And Minnesota will come the other way. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Here's Jackson. Rebound, Malone. Malone's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Kevin, let's take a look at what the Oklahoma Thunder did over the last month in the league ranking. 2nd in fewest turnovers per game. 7th in assists. And they're a top 10 team in three-point shooting.
And Clark, you know, when you commit so few turnovers, it's key because you become a much better offensive team. You're constantly getting looks at the basket, and your defense isn't vulnerable either because you're able to get back in transition so much easier.
Here's Arenas. Drains the three-pointer. Arenas has got 11.
Now, he made 2 3-pointers in the first quarter, so he continues to shoot the ball well.
Martin with a screen on Arenas. Barnes kicks to Lillard. Tries again. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
See how he used the rim to protect the ball perfectly from the defender on that reverse.
Stoudemire's checked in for the Timberwolves. Arenas against Lillard. Here's Jackson. Kept alive, Minnesota. Here's Arenas. Misses from close range.
Usually, if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Martin from outside. The rebound by Johnson. Timberwolves leading by 6. And it's good. Johnson's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Well, he's so good at recognizing where the openings are and getting the ball to the rim.
They get a hand on it. Stolen by Jackson. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. That one on Martin.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
Love's check in for Oklahoma City. Paul comes in for Damian Lillard and taken away by Arenas. Gives him the lead pass. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Well, this is how you completely rattle an opponent's rhythm.
Yeah, you know, such terrific on-the-ball defense to trigger the transition opportunity.
And it wasn't just the tough D, it was the exclamation point they put on the fast break with the slam.
Love kicks to Paul. Just 5 on the clock. And again, unable to change momentum here.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the boards.
Well, the main thing is they haven't allowed many second chance opportunities, and that is always going to allow you to maintain your lead.
No good from Arenas.
Boy, they're fortunate. The defense was taking a big chance leaving him that wide open behind the arc.
That's good from Barnes on the assist from Kevin Martin. Minnesota leading by 11. Outside Arenas. That's tipped. Stoudemire the pass to Arenas. Just 5 to shoot. Goes back up. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line. McCollum's checked in for Kevin Martin. The Timberwolves shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one.
Yeah, this is a very good free throw shooting team, guys. I mean, you look at the numbers, impressive.
And guys, those numbers represent a nice step up from what they were last year.
Paul dishes to Love. And taken away by Arenas. Kicks to Stoudemire. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the way up. Stoudemire's got 6 points.
Just seems like they're finding an open lane to the hoop every time down. That's 5 buckets in a row for them in the paint.
Yeah, on the flip side, Steve, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
You know, all coaches hate defensively when you give up easy points in the paint. That's inexcusable. So that's the reason for this timeout here.
I think it came down to the fact they were getting beat inside, and that's why the coach called timeout. They were not winning the battle inside.
Russell Westbrook's checked in for Gilbert Arenas. Malone kicks to Barnes. 6 on the shot clock. That was blocked by Stoudemire. And the block shot turns into a shooting foul. So the defensive effort there a bit too much, as the officials will send him to the line, and he'll shoot some free throws. The Thunder have made all of their free throws so far tonight, going 6 for 6. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Outside Westbrook. And the pass to King. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. And that's now 6 points for B. Now here's McCollum. He's guarded by Johnson. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. And we can talk all we want about their passing, but from three-point range, these point guards have been filling it up for the past month. Number 1, Chris Paul.
His first job is to orchestrate for his teammates, but being as fantastic as he is at shooting the three, he's never reluctant to take that shot if it's available to him.
Nor should he be. I mean, I tell you what, I would give him the green light every time down, although he probably already has it.
And that's collected by Malone. Thunder trailing by 17. Paul passes to Barnes. Back to Paul. The dish to Barnes. Feeds to Paul. Love right side. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. He dishes it to Stoudemire. Outside Westbrook. Johnson outside. Back to Westbrook. Pass to King. Stolen by McCollum. And now McCollum running the floor all by himself.
Cutting into the lead with a huge one-hand throwdown.
That's how to get your team back into it.
Yes, sir. That may put a little life back into this team.
Johnson outside. King. The feed now to Westbrook. He's looking for Stoudemire and finds him. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. 3 on the clock. Covered by Barnes. Stoudemire with the bucket. Stoudemire's got 8 points.
Yeah, guys, it's his consistent shooting that's really helped get his team into a position they're in right now.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over.
Yeah, he has to be frustrated by how his offense is flowing. I can't blame him. You know, they're getting good looks out there, but the shots just aren't falling.
And that can get into a team's head if it goes unchecked, continuing to miss good shots. So this timeout might be a way to combat that.
Smooth checked in for Minnesota. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
I think the most striking thing about his game, guys, is how in the course of just a few possessions, he can go from a secondary option offensively to being the toughest cover on the court.
You know, not every guy can morph into a completely different player on a dime, but he's got that capability.
Kick out to King. Passes to Smooth. Westbrook. Can't get it to go. Paul with the defensive effort.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots just have not dropped for him today.
Barnes. Back to Paul. Pass to McCollum. Love outside. He kicks to Paul. With the teardrop, and that one's good.
After digging themselves that hole in the first quarter, this club is starting to shoot the ball much better now.
Yeah, you know, sometimes it takes a little while to work out the knots. I mean, they're starting to put it together.
Stoudemire setting the pick for Westbrook. Now the pass to Smooth. Back to Westbrook. And stolen by Barnes. It's rebounded by Smooth. Smooth's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Shoots. And Westbrook gets it to go. Westbrook's got 10 points in the game.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
Paul gets a screen from Malone. Paul dishes to Malone. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Talk about some great numbers for Malone. 11 rebounds, and he's knocked down 5 shots at the charity stripe. Good numbers for him.
Yeah, good numbers, and that's been important for his team. They needed some points. He's provided some easy ones at the foul line, so he's making an impact here.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Boozer's checked in. Back to King. Dishes to Westbrook. King outside. He feeds it to Westbrook. tipped away off his leg, and it's whistled a kick. 20 seconds left here in the second. Kicks to Stoudemire. Clock at 6. Back to Westbrook. Second shot opportunity. It's laid in by Stoudemire. Stoudemire's got 10. Here comes Chris Paul. And that one hits back iron. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Tim.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
I hope everybody got what they wanted for Christmas morning. Here's one present from me to you, all wrapped up in a halftime report. The Timberwolves off to an outstanding start. They're sitting in that last seed for the playoffs and could use a win to help them stay on the bubble. An unbelievable half from Gilbert Arenas. At the break, 11 points, and his defense has been very solid. He's been bothering shots. He's keeping his hands active, making it difficult for guys to score on him. For the Thunder, though, in this one, plenty of work still needs to be done. Hard to find a lot to like about their performance so far. They'll need to pay much better attention in the second half to the details. The details. The baddest one hasn't made much of an impact so far. His shot has been AWOL lately, still on the run in this one. Let's start by looking at seeing what's on tap in the NBA. The Los Angeles Clippers up against the Lakers out in Los Angeles. Two teams, one division. Should be a good one. That one gets going at 10:30 p.m. Eastern, 7:30 Pacific. Now let's check in on a few games that finished earlier on. Over in New York, it was the Knicks losing to the Celtics. Hard game to watch as a fan. Andre Iguodala had the team high. And another game that wrapped up.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started.
Arena's doing all sorts of things. He has 11 points, and the three-pointers have been dropping for him. He's got 3 of them.
Well, as long as he's continuing to make them, I think they should make him more of a focal point of this offense.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So the Thunder 5 right now. Chris Paul is out there with McCollum. Then there's Baddest One. Then there's Moses Malone. And it's Love in at the small forward position.
The entire defense was frozen foot. Nobody picked up the shooter, Kevin.
Here's Smooth, defended by McCollum. Westbrook passes to King. Back to Westbrook. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Yeah, he got whacked. Shouldn't be much debate on that one.
Yeah, that was as straightforward as it gets, guys.
It's his first trip to the line.
You know, in their last game, guys, he was dialed in at the line.
Yeah, no question. I mean, it may have been the strongest part of his game that night.
Yeah, guys, I mean, he's been a very steady hand for them when it comes to his free throw shooting.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. And so Westbrook makes them both.
He has such terrific form and consistency on his free throw. Beautiful to watch.
McCollum kicks to Love. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Well, you allow them to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, I think you got to foul him, and free throws are better than a layup.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. King outside. Pass to Smooth. There's the dish to Stoudemire. 6 on the shot clock. That is good. Stoudemire's got 12. Thunder trailing by 13. Paul dishes to Barnes. He passes to Love. Puts the move on. No one. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. 17 points was their biggest margin.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's cost him.
Stoudemire covered by Barnes. Stoudemire, no good. Thunder have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Another miss by Love. Minnesota leading by 13. Westbrook with it. Chris Paul covering. Theus misses the 3.
1 for 4 from the field since halftime. They're having a tough time getting it going here.
Good. And that's now 10 points for Love. The Timberwolves have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room with the break. King, that's good. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. And let's step aside for a minute to look at some of the point guards who have been doing a whole lot more than passing lately. They're the top scorers at that position over the last 10 games. Russell Westbrook is second.
Well, this is a collection of maybe the most well-rounded players in the league. To see those kinds of scoring numbers from the point guard position is crazy.
Yeah, it's wacko. That's sort of the era we're in right now, though. A point guard who consistently takes things into his own hands is far more common than it used to be. Some people may not like it, but that's the way of the modern NBA. Change is inevitable, and I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing. He is pouring it on in the second half, guys. I mean, a much better showing than he had before the break.
Inside, number 32. Here's Stoudemire. Excellent D there from Barnes.
You know, typically, guys, he has the body control to finish when he's in that tight. I'm not sure what happened there.
Paul kicks to Barnes. Back to Paul. Feeds it to Barnes. He dishes it to Love. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. First free throw is good. And he makes both free throws.
Boy, perfect half at the free throw line for him. That'll help their comeback effort for real.
Yeah, that's keeping them close. It's going to take a full effort here in the second half, but they've got to continue to knock down these free throws.
And the Timberwolves call time here.
And we've got a moment to see some numbers for Chris Paul. Second in steals, fourth in assists, and he's in the top 10 in terms of three-point field goal percentage, so it's really been a good run for him from downtown.
And, Steve, I think the steals per game average that he sports is really an impressive stat. I mean, you think about coming up with the steals that he does, and the way he does it with smarts and tenacity.
Pass to King. Back to Westbrook. Out of bounds, Timberwolves ball as Minnesota keeps possession. And here's the upcoming schedule for the Thunder. They get to take on the Heat at Miami after this one. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip.
Boy, a lot of fans really focused on that matchup for Memphis.
2 on the clock. Timberwolves leading by 9. But he gets it back.
Multiple possessions have been the story of the game, and even with the big lead, this team continues to be quicker to the ball.
Nice ball movement by Minnesota. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
There's no getting around the simple fact that that's a shot he has to knock down.
And plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Timberwolves?
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
And I love their hustle because they're getting a lot of second chance opportunities just as a result of playing hard.
They set the pick. Wide open. And the jam by Stoudemire. Here's McCollum. He's got 10. The feed to Paul. Barnes sets a screen for Paul. And here's Love from the arc. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got his 6th assist on the night. King outside. Stoudemire with the screen on Love. That's good. And that's now 10 points for B.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
Paul kicks to Malone. Minnesota with the rebound. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again.
Big game for the Hawks today, guys. You know their fans are hoping they can pull that one out.
Now here's Paul. He has 6. Pass to McCollum. Plenty of space. That one a little long.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Boy, the defenders have to make sure they tag him.
Here's King. It's good from long range. King's got 13.
The defenders need to talk to each other. The communication lacking there on that three-pointer.
He kicks it to McCollum. They need this, and the shot is good.
How about that for a response?
They will say they can give the 3 as well as they can take the 3.
The pass to Stoudemire. Here's Smooth, covered by Barnes. Outside Westbrook. Smooth, 6 to shoot. King outside. Barnes grabs the miss. Barnes has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
It's been a nice game for McCollum. 13 points, and he sprayed home 3 3-pointers as well.
Yeah, productive day for him from long range.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Wallace is checked in. Timberwolves leading by 8. Here's Smooth. He has 6. Number 32. He's covered by Malone. Pass to Smooth. Dishes it to Westbrook. The 10-footer. The shot will not go. Paul with the defensive effort. Oklahoma City's gotten the 3-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. They're 6 of 15. That's good from Barnes. Stoudemire's checked in for the Timberwolves. Barnes hits them both. Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Westbrook up top. Paul with the steal, and they're moving it up. Here's Russell, and a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got assist number 8 now on the night, and the Timberwolves call timeout.
They're sending guys to the line way more than they should here. They need to play good position defense and avoid the reach-in sloppy foul.
Moses Malone, he's checked in for the Thunder. Knocks it loose. Westbrook against Paul. Wide open look. And Russell with the basket on the assist by Paul. Now just a 2-point Timberwolves lead.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
I just love the mentality they've had. If the shot isn't there, they're not forcing anything. They're moving it side to side and working to get a good shot.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Oklahoma City?
Boy, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
And they're also finding easy points from the free throw line, Clark. This is a team that is attacking, getting fouled, and making it pay.
Damian Lillard's checked in for the Thunder. Back to King. Stoudemire with a screen on Russell. He feeds it to Stoudemire. Back to King. Outside Westbrook. Puts up a 3. Shot's good. Westbrook's got 17 now.
He can be dangerous from outside. Sure, he didn't get one to go in the first, but we know he can get on a roll and knock him down.
And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Wants to get it to Malone and does. He's been getting to the line. Now his 6th trip in the game.
You know, you can't say enough about the work he's put in at the charity stripe tonight.
Oh, he's just been so confident at the line all game long.
Johnson, he's checked in for Smooth. He doesn't get the second one. Johnson outside. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. King against Lillard. Out of bounds. Timberwolves ball as Minnesota keeps possession. Well, small forwards that can rebound the ball, such an asset to any team in the NBA. With now a look at the top rebounding wingmen. Minnesota making a switch.
2
Johnson kicks to Stoudemire. And that one's good. Stoudemire's got 6 here in this quarter.
He's very savvy in traffic. When he gets inside, he has a kind of an uncanny way of shielding himself from contact and finding a way to finish at the rim.
And I know nothing fires him up more than a huge jam right in the face of an opponent. I mean, those facials get him going. Don't discount how that can deflate the defender and the other team, too.
Westbrook gets a screen from Wallace. Westbrook passes to Wallace.
How about that now? What a sensational finish.
Oh, got to be able to get some hang time to do that one.
Yeah, you got to rise and levitate.
Suspend yourself.
Yeah, levitate.
And glide. And glide. You got to glide in and reverse it home. So sweet.
Thunder trailing by 5. Malone, a screen on Westbrook. Malone right side. Love. Paul outside. Kicks it to Malone. Amari Stoudemire with the rebound. Stoudemire's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. On the wing, Steven Jackson. Here's Wallace. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And now a 7-point Minnesota lead.
They've been the glass eaters today, guys. A ton of effort out of them down low.
And they've needed every one of those rebounds. I think that's what's put them in front here.
And so he draws the foul on the shot on trip to the line to shoot 2.
Looking at the Timberwolves, let's see where they rank in the NBA statistics right now. 2nd in field goal percentage, 5th in scoring. And they're in the top 10 getting into the passing lanes and coming up with steals.
Now let's talk about the shooting for a second, Clark, because you look at that number, that's impressive. And that's a direct result of having a game plan every night, being well coached, disciplined, and really working hard and being unselfish in order to get good shots.
The dish to Stoudemire, covered by Barnes. Fader on the way. In low to Martin. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. Martin's got 9.
You can see that they're not as aggressive from the three-point arc. They had far more attempts in the first half.
Number 32. Good, and it's Johnson with the assist that time. Johnson's got his 4th assist in this one.
Not much the defense can do once he gets to the bucket.
Rodman dishes to Paul. Paul gets a screen from Malone. Martin from outside, and the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
Well, you like it when a guy goes hard to the boards, but you have to be smart. He went right over his back on that one. Not a good play.
I think he was just over-anxious that time.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Boozer's checked in. Number 32. Some solid D from Paul.
Terrific defense at the rim. They got right in his path.
You know, that's part of what great defenders do. They get not only in your path, but in your head a little bit, too.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Malone's got 16.
Excellent work to turn that miss into 2 points on the tap-in.
Hustle points, I believe they called it.
And great instincts, too. You're just anticipating where the ball is heading. Great job there, beating everybody else to the ball. They can't afford to give him that kind of look.
Well, it came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to fight over the top of that.
Terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the hip.
That's how you do it, the bump and the bucket.
And that one falls for Paul. Here's Arenas. Misses there. And we just finished the 3rd quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here.
It's a special New Year's Eve NBA celebration. The New York Knicks take on the Houston Rockets. This weekend, NBA action.
All right, the 4th quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. So on the floor for Minnesota, Carlos Boozer out there with King. Then it's Johnson. Then it's Gilbert Arenas. Pulls up. Arenas can't get that one to fall. Oklahoma City trailing. When this game is done, they'll be off to Miami to take on the Heat. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. Martin kicks to Paul. Feeds it to Barnes. Shot clock at 6. And it's Martin missing. Timberwolves shooting at 51%. Really solid. And it's Johnson penetrating. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Johnson's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for Minnesota. Paul kicks to Martin. Love outside. Barnes up top. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Boozer. Number 32. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And a moment now to check out who Minnesota has coming up. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. That game is the first and last of their homestand. The first free throw is good. Smooth jumped in for Minnesota. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Thunder trailing by 6. Paul kicks to Barnes. He dishes it to McCollum. Left side, Love. Fires at the elbow. And good! He nails it. Love's got 15 points in just the second half.
Well, nothing was going down for him in the first half, but since the break, he's been on target.
Passes it to Westbrook. Defended by Paul. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
What a great play to sacrifice his body and take the hit.
Yeah, I thought that was excellent awareness and anticipation to beat him to the spot there.
Stoudemire's checked in for the Timberwolves. Barnes passes to Paul. The feed to Malone.
And no question, he got bumped on that shot.
Definitely no room for discussion on that one.
Free throw drops for Malone. And both free throws good for Malone. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. And here's Westbrook. The 9-footer's on the mark. Westbrook's got 19 points. Thunder trailing by 4. Al Paul. He passes to Love. Kept alive. Barnes. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Boy, where was the box out? Too easy on that second chance opportunity.
Yeah, no box out is what happened there. Those kind of mistakes on the glass will kill a team.
And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
He had pretty much played mistake-free basketball up to that point. That's really the only time he's turned it over so far.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Paul with the ball. Westbrook picks him up. Back to Love to tie it up. Rebound, Minnesota.
Boy, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
And the jam by Stoudemire.
You could see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. A pair of teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And what a play to make it a close game, a potential momentum builder.
Gets it to go.
Well, it's been a tale of 2 halves, hasn't it, guys? After a terrible first half, he's really picking it up.
And Westbrook, here we go. The finger roll finish at the bucket. Westbrook's got 11 points here in just the second half.
I'll tell you what, the first half may have been a little slow, but both clubs really picking up the intensity here in the second.
I'll say that's for sure. I mean, things have really ramped up here.
Nice tip there. He just seems to have a sense of where the ball's going to end up.
Left side, Westbrook. Can't get it to go. And the Thunder going the other way now. And here we go. Fast break. Paul's got it. That ties the game.
I give them a lot of credit. They didn't quit when they were behind. They really battled back here.
This has been a very impressive rally. The question is, can they keep the pedal to the metal, or will they run out of gas?
The pass to Smooth. Back to Westbrook. 6 on the shot clock. Second chance shot. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. And he makes the first. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
He's certainly been hitting well from the line, and those points do add up.
Malone a screen on Westbrook. Paul goes in. And McCollum the bucket on the assist by Paul. 17 points for C.J. McCollum.
They have finally fought all the way back to even the score. We're back to square one, whole new ball game.
And with a comeback like that, they've definitely got the upper hand going forward. That's the epitome of teamwork right there, Kevin, on the alley-oop.
Clark, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder.
Yeah, lightning, too.
But I'll tell you, the pass was even better. I mean, he put it on an absolute platter for him.
Pass to Barnes. Soft touch off the glass.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but their cutting, their movement together as a unit that's led to that.
And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. Oklahoma City on D. Smooth passes to Johnson. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
What a night so far for Johnson. He has 8 points and 5 assists.
And the first one at the line is good. Both good from the line that time. Thunder have gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. Getting some solid looks for them. McCollum with the ball. Now defended by Smooth. Barnes dishes to Paul. And he banks in the layup.
That's some grit and determination in the post. Essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Exactly. I mean, this is the time to attack on the interior and generate those easy opportunities.
Stoudemire setting the pick for Westbrook. Those 3-pointers off the mark. For Oklahoma City, they've gotten exactly 2/3 of their shots to find the bottom of the net here in the fourth, 8 of 12. And it's Paul penetrating to take the lead alone. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down. Stupendous rush to the rim and a mighty slam on the end of it.
But through the teeth of some pretty soft D. I can't help but say that.
Well, let's see how that impacts things here, because those kinds of plays sometimes can be game changers on both sides.
There's a screen. 4 on the clock. Poked away. Near the 3-point line, it's Westbrook. And dead on that time. Beautiful shot. Westbrook's got 8 points here in this quarter. McCollum off a pick from Love. He kicks it to Barnes. Paul passes to Barnes. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Malone, good.
I tell you what, fellas, we're seeing some really good ball movement out there.
Yeah, well, 10 of their last 12 points have come off of assists.
Westbrook kicks to Johnson. Outside Westbrook. There's the killer 2-handed slam.
Boy, a pick was set at the perfect angle on the floor, and he used it nicely.
Well, that's a play we may see from them a few more times.
Why not? I mean, when it works, you go back to it. Make them stop you.
Jacks up a 3. Thunder with the rebound. Barnes sets a screen for McCollum. Dishes it to Paul. Pass to Malone. Pocket 6. Fades back. Stoudemire with the block. And here's Barnes for 3. Rebound, Minnesota. Smooth's got his 4th rebound in this one. Westbrook kicks to Stoudemire. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. 20 points for Amari Stoudemire. Paul outside. He feeds it to Malone.
Well, one more and that's it. He'll be DQ'd, disqualified. He's got to be able to defend without picking up that last disqualifying foul.
Kicks it to McCollum. Pulls up. High post. Jump shot is good. McCollum's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Boy, what a display of offense we've seen today, and it's only getting better.
Well, both defenses have been on their heels all day, and it's begun to take its toll.
Westbrook dishes to Stoudemire. Launches a 3. Gets it to go. And that's now 9 points for Smooth.
You might not think of him as a laser three-point shooter, but that shot was there for him, and he had to take it.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
Yeah, they were getting winded. Good call here to give them a quick breather.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Rick Adelman as he addressed his team. They've been getting torched with all these shots from long range, and he simply said, we can't lose track of their shooters, guys. We're over-helping inside, and it's leaving them wide open. Can they make the adjustment, guys?
And thank you, Doris. 6 to shoot, and the rejection by Stoudemire.
You've got to like what they've been doing down there in the low post, Clark.
I do. I love it. Their rebounding has been outstanding. So important in a tight game.
Boy, the floor really opened up for him there.
It sure did. I mean, that was a very late reaction from the defense there.
Paul kicks to Barnes. The dish to Love. Feeds it to Barnes. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Check out the game for Battisman. He has 12 points, and 4 of his points have come at the foul line. He's made the most of those opportunities.
Which can't be undervalued, Clark. So many times a game can come down to which team wins the free throw battle. They're still right in this thing, but missing the free throw keeps them in a 2-possession deficit.
He dishes it to Stoudemire. Pass to Johnson. Knocked loose. And there's the feed to Westbrook. From the stripe. Barnes grabs the miss. Barnes has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Cullen down it to Paul. Six on the shot clock. Gets the buckets. Paul's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
Wow, huge shot. Listen to this crowd.
It sounds like a rock concert in here.
Well, they've been waiting to explode all game, and they finally got a reason to do so.
Westbrook dishes to Johnson. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. And that's 13 points for Johnson.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
And Malone backing in. Good on the short little jump shot. Malone's got 26 points.
What a quarter for him at the offensive end. He's ignored the scoreboard and continued to go out there and do his thing.
A shot by Johnson, no good.
Tough D on the inside.
Put up a roadblock, a construction barrel right there. That's what he brings defensively.
The pass to Malone. Good D by Johnson. This could be a turning point.
Having critical possession here.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. The Thunder shooting 51% from the field. They'll take that. Back to Malone. Ball outside. He passes to Barnes. He kicks it to Paul. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. 5 on the clock. Here's McCollum. Off target from downtown. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Battisman. And so he's picked up his final 5. And he will sit for the rest of this game.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yep, you got to extend the game here. Try to keep that clock from moving.
Minnesota calls timeout. They're ahead by 3. Just 4 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the line.
Here's McCollum. He's off from 3. And so it's the Timberwolves who come out on top here.